Some of us think that holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Within you, there is a stillness and sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. The true profession of a man is to find his way to himself. I have always believed, and still believe, that whatever good or bad fortune may come our way, we can always give it meaning and transform it into something of value. Learn what is to be taken seriously and laugh at the rest. Youth ends when egotism does. Maturity begins when one lives for others. We are not going in circles, we are going upwards. The path is a spiral. We have already climbed many steps. I wanted only to live in accord with the promptings which came from my true self. Why was that so very difficult? I live in my dreams. That's what you sense. Other people live in dreams, but not in their own. That's the difference. Art is the contemplation of the world in a state of grace. Happiness is a how, not a what, a talent, not an object. Everyone can perform magic. Everyone can reach his goals. If he is able to think, if he is able to wait, if he is able to fast. Everything becomes a little different as soon as it is spoken out loud. Knowledge can be communicated, but not wisdom. Opinions mean nothing. They may be beautiful or ugly, clever or foolish. Anyone can embrace or reject them. Our mind is capable of passing beyond the dividing line we have drawn for it. Beyond the pairs of opposites of which the world consists, other, new insights begin. It is not for me to judge another man's life. I must judge, I must choose, I must spurn purely for myself alone. The best weapons against the infamies of life are courage, willfulness, and patience. Courage strengthens, willfulness is fun, and patience provides tranquility. People with courage and character always seem sinister to the rest. All higher humour begins with ceasing to take oneself seriously. Faith and doubt go hand in hand. They are complementaries. One who never doubts will never truly believe. If time is not real, then the dividing line between this world and eternity, between suffering and bliss, between good and evil, is also an illusion. I have always thirsted for knowledge. I have always been full of questions. To nobody can you communicate in words and teachings what happened to you in your hour of enlightenment. You are willing to die, you coward, but not to live. Chaos demands to be recognized and experienced before letting itself be converted into a new order. In eternity there is no time. Eternity is a moment, just long enough for a joke. During deep meditation it is possible to dispel time, to see simultaneously all the past, present and future, and then everything is good. Any attempt to replace a personal conscience by a collective conscience does violence to the individual and is the first step towards totalitarianism. It may be important to great thinkers to examine the world, to explain and despise it, but I think it is only important to love the world, not to despise it. If If you hate a person, you hate something in him that is a part of yourself. What isn't part of ourselves doesn't disturb us. I have been, and still am, a seeker, but I have ceased to question stars and books. I have begun to listen to the teaching my blood whispers to me. If you want to learn about the sea, go to the sea. No permanence is ours. We are a wave that flows to fit whatever form it finds. The truth is lived, not taught. One never reaches home, but wherever friendly paths intersect, the whole world looks like home for a time. The call of death is a call of love. Death can be sweet if we answer it in the affirmative, if we accept it as one of the great eternal forms of life and transformation. I would like to learn or remember how to live. I began to understand that suffering and disappointments and melancholy are not there to vex us or cheapen us or deprive us of our dignity, but to mature and transfigure us. My story isn't pleasant. It's not sweet and harmonious like the invented stories. It tastes of folly and bewilderment, of madness and dream, like the life of all people who no longer want to lie to themselves. The man who is born with a talent which he is meant to use finds his greatest happiness in using it. The world is not imperfect or slowly evolving along a path to perfection. No, it is perfect at every moment. Every sin already carries grace in it. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head on. The more one experiences of life, the more deeply the sense of mystery grows. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. It is not our purpose to become each other. It is to recognize each other, to learn to see each other, and honor him for what he is. True seeker always finds. There is no reality except the one contained within us. If I know what love is, it is because of you. Loneliness is the way by which destiny endeavors to lead a man to himself. Whoever wants music instead of noise, joy instead of pleasure, soul instead of gold, creative work instead of business, passion instead of foolery, finds no home in this trivial world of ours. Solitude is independence. It had been my wish, and with the years I had attained it. It was cold, oh, cold enough. But it was also still, wonderfully still and vast, like the cold stillness of space in which the stars revolve.